What's up guys, welcome back. So Master Duel announced, well Konami announced a new event for Master Duel, and it's an event that I believe it's the most difficult one compared to the ones we've had before. Now it's like a huge matchup or mashup of potential decks that you could play, the Limit 1 festival. So I have 5 decks, options, you'll see it. Mostly a mashup of, like, you know, different engines, different archetypes, because that's the thing. That there are so many cards limited. All of the cards are limited, other than, you know, the banned cards by Konami, Helki, Verte. You know, those cards definitely needed to hit. But now, which decks are good? Which archetypes are good? Which engines are good? You can't play one engine as you're used to, Dino, Zoodiac or whatever. You need to find other engines and splash them in together in all, hopefully the more consistent deck, let's call it that way. But I mean, you're kind of sacrificing some consistency, especially because you need to combine all of those potential archetypes all together in one deck, right? That's the thing. So I have a couple of ideas, so again, take them with a grain of salt. It definitely needs more testing. All feedback is definitely appreciated. All the deck lists will be in the video description as well. So the first deck is, it's actually the first deck I started to build, and I think it's a strong deck. More so, it's heavily focused on, of course, Orcust. Orcust, as you know, is pretty much already limited, most cards. Then again, the toolbox leading to Orcust now is also limited, so only one Armageddon Knight, one Greffer, for example. Obviously the one of Foolish, you know, the one of Rota, but again, those cards, the Scrap Recycler, all of those cards leads, at least could lead to your Orcust engine. So the thing is that Orcust obviously, you know, is heavily relying on your Galatea, or is she like, you know, it's basically a free Dingirsu, and Dingirsu, the fact that he's, you know, protecting your field, it's a free disruption, could potentially get some, you know, as you know how Orcust works, gets back your skeleton from the banished pile. So it's that small loop going, and especially in a format where all decks are hit, those small loops could be very, very crucial. And speaking of small loops, that's why the small Burning Abyss package is in this deck as well. So I'm looking at Graf, I'm looking at Seer, for example, to, you know, loop something like Cherubini and or Dante. I guess you could slap in Beatrice also if you want more Burning Abyss, but that's again up to you. As you see, the extra deck, 20 cards, obviously you want to cut it down to 15, right, maximum amount of 15. But again, it's up to you which cards you want to, you know, discard from the main deck. Other than that, the Phantom Knight, a small Phantom Knight package as well, also dark, same for Dangers, because Konami decided to keep Rusty Bardish in the, you know, in this festival as well. Again, very easy to make, especially with Cherubini. There are a lot of level 3s, darks as well, so I think this is definitely a good contender. Then again, the Dangers might be, you know, at least could backfire if you were unlucky. This is a cool tech, Exodius too. It's kind of like a big pot of Everest, plus it's a dark, it's a free special summon as well. So again, it's up to you if you want to main deck it. But I think this is pretty okay, as pretty much as a first deck. So next up is the... I think this deck also has some value. It's you could already have crafted it, for example, and I'm looking at more so the Tri-brigade part. All the important cards are drawn. We only have one Tenki, for example, sadly. Where is it? We only have one Fractal as well, so, you know, the big engine, the big Tri-brigade engine has been hit, but I think there are other beast archetypes that can definitely work well with Tri-brigade, and an obvious one is Zoodiac. Trident is illegal for whatever reason. Okay, she's, well, no, she's strong, especially again when other decks are also hit. So all the Zoodiacs are there, pretty much. As for the rest, and that might be a bit more gimmicky, I was trying out, or at least I had Melfi in as well. I don't know, I could kind of prefer GB, so Gladiator Beast, that gives me more option to run, or more options to run stuff like Rescue Cat and Giant Rat even, to search out your Earths, you know, low level Earths directly from the deck. Plus, as you know, the gimmick of the biggest weakness of Gladiator Beast was, where is it here? The Test Panther, I believe the name is their Link 2. It's a fantastic card, but it's at the same time their biggest weakness when your opponent has Imperm, Ash or Veiler. But in a format where basically all hand traps are limited, as you will be seeing in my decks, I have none. No Ash, no Maxi. Again, you can definitely main deck those, but it's something that I have no clue what to expect. So I'm not sure if I really want to, you know, main deck Maxi Veiler. It might, again, depends on what people are playing. But what I was saying is Test Panther, their Link 2 is kind of busted. It's really good. Plus, and that's the gimmick of GB, is kind of cheating out your whatchamacallit, it's not this one, it's the level 5 view. I believe it's level 5. Where is it? Let me change it. It's not this one, it's this one, the Tamer, that's the name. Tamer, I guess it's a free fusion sum. You can kind of cheat out your, let's say, your bigger GB from, you know, your extra, or even Heraklinos, but the main fusion is Gazaris, so, you know, with Bestiari popping cards from your opponent. So there's a lot of back row as well, like, you know, the Mirror Forces. So again, it's up to you. I kind of dig the Mirror Forces, again, in a format where people are not expecting them. So it's definitely something you could really consider, the Mirror Forces. Dimensional Prison as well. Again, the list will be in the video description. So, second list, you know, a beast.deck, Winged Beast GB. While the third deck is also, well, I was about to say, also one of the loners. Yeah, also, I think the best loner deck, even though I'm not a huge fan of all of those, or at least all of the 3 loner decks, the Rocket deck. And it was also a starting point for this particular deck, and that's, you see it in the name, Dragonlink Crusadia Danger again. Because it's such a flexible engine, getting out 3 monsters on the field to potentially synchro up level 10, level 8, or rank 8 exceed plays. You could evenly maybe even cheese out Draclubion featuring number 100 for the potential OTK, or even go for Titanic Galaxy with only 2 level 8s. And again, that's not really that hard, especially the first synchro you might want to go for every time is Chaos Rule. So other than that, I think this is a pretty standard Dragon Link deck featuring dangers, other, you know, cool stuff. I guess it's a small Crusadia package. As soon as you open or normal summon on one of your Crusadias, it's pretty much a free, or at least it could be a free Link 4. And I'm looking at a free Saryuja, for example. So that's really good. Especially, where is it? Thanks to this one. Thanks to Magius. And of course, where is it? The dragon type Magistus. No, not Magistus. The dragon type Crusadia. Yeah, Crusadia, not Magistus. Magistus is coming up as well. That's why it's in my head. But Crusadia is definitely there too. Here it is. Crusadia Draco, again, it's searchable off of Magius, and then, you know, that you can start link climbing, especially with a small guard dragon package. But Striker Dragon is definitely a strong card still, and some Chaos Boss monsters, the field spell for rockets as well. So I think this deck is definitely strong, but and that's my biggest fear, there are a lot of quite expensive cards. So if you don't have the cards crafted, this is an iffy one. Looking at the extra deck, for example, or more so the extra deck that is. But again, it's up to you. The fourth deck is something I was talking about a couple of moments ago. I talked about Magistus, but the starting engine of the deck was Alistair Normal Summon Alistair. So a small Invoked deck, and it's basically a fusion deck. So a couple of engines splashed in together. We have a small Shaddoll package with only 1 Shaddoll fusion, but a couple of Shaddoll monsters for the potential Ep Cologne. But the most important engine piece is this one, Schism. You know how strong Schism is. And I think this is the first event for Master Duel where we are able to run a full, quote-unquote, full package of the Dogmatica cards, right? But yeah, Maximus is legal also, so again 20 cards, you definitely could cut some cards, should cut some cards in the extra deck. I think another engine that works well in this deck, because again you only have one Alistair, one Invocation and so on, is Magistus. And is this one of the new cards for Magistus here on Master Duel? Not sure, but you're focused somewhat on rank 4 exceeds, mainly this one, Wardrobe I believe the name is, to you know, cheese out more Magistus from the deck, and that's why, you know, some of the extra level 4 monsters are there to kind of boost up your rank 4 exceed plays, or potentially level 8 synchro plays as well. So Zeus obviously, a small Shaddoll package, and of course a small Invoked package as well. Running even, you know, one King of the Swamp, that's the thing, right? There are so many decks you could run. This, I feel, is going to be a super diverse matchup slash format, but it's hard to say which deck slash archetype is clearly better than the other one. I even have like a small Despia package as well, just to, you know, search out the field spell for more fusion spells. I think that's the biggest weakness of this deck, the lack of, you know, multiple fusion spells, because again everything is limited, so again it's up to you. The last one is a cool one, and it's the best deck. No, I don't know, but it's Pendulums. Konami decided to ban a couple of good Link 2s, Anaconda, Helki, rightfully so, but Electromite is still there. So Electromite is still legal, and that was my core starter for the deck. It's basically all the good Pendulum cards slapped in the deck. So a couple of engines well, the thing that carries the deck, I guess, is the Pendulum Magician's core. A couple of searches, you know, Pendulum Call, Dark Worm as well, or Dragon Shrine, Foolish to search Dark Worm, Pendulum Graph, a small Magia Spectre core, basically because of Bombuku, and a good normal summon plus searcher. Again, up to you if you want to keep main decking it. A small Zephyra package, again, just, you know, free scales. Good Pendulum dot deck. But other than that, I think this is again pretty straightforward, all because of Electromite. Again, Electromite still legal, and of course Vortex could be your negator. You can get it on the board or on the field, thanks to, where is it? Thanks to your absolute. Just make double level 7 exceed for absolute, and then link it away to get your free Vortex. But I think Pendulums is okay, but again, there's a lot of expensive cards, as you see, so it might be an iffy one. And that's the last thing here for the video, is that it's a little bit scary that, okay, first of all, it's very hard to say, okay, bam, this deck is going to be really, really good, or this is going to be the best deck, the best archetype, so you should craft, or, you know, get gems or whatever, and buy the packs. That's not the case. In previous festivals, you could do that, Fusion, Synchro, Exceed, whatever, but now it's just, I have hardly any clue. You know, you can pinpoint some archetypes, some decks, like here in the video, but again, it's not clear, I feel, that this archetype is going to take over the entire event. So I might have missed cards. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Definitely try it out, you know, switch up the extra deck, the main deck as well, or main decks of the decks here in the video. But again, all the feedback is definitely appreciated. So which decks are you going to play? I'm eager to see that in the comment section. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Leave them standing out. Peace.